Blog Show. Blog Show.
Welcome to the Blog Show, your weekly sports blogging update. I'm your host, Jamie Mottram. Your other host, Dan Steinberg, is off in Arizona covering the Super Bowl. Here in his place, making his television debut, it's none other than Jack Kogod, a.k.a. Unsilent Majority from Kissing Suzy Kolber and Deadspin.com.
I am Unsilent Majority, and unlike Dan Steinberg, I am thrilled to be here today.
Glad to hear that. First things first, it's a big week. Super Bowl is upon us. Lots of jokes being made at Bill Belichick's expense due to his wardrobe, which has come a long way in the past 20 years.
Well, yeah, just take a look at those thighs. He is really, talk about coming a long way. Bill Parcells has come a long way.
That's a lot of fleshy tuna right there. Past the wasabi and the soy sauce. We saw that on strike zones and in zones. And now, Belichick could perhaps take a page from Tom Brady's book. He's a fashion template. But there's a rather embarrassing episode last week that was noted on page 6 and also highlighted on withleather.com.
Yeah, it looks like Tom Brady might be losing his hair, ladies and gentlemen. The dreamboat, the most beautiful man in the NFL, might be balding.
Yeah, that was the rumor. There was a pointed no comment made by a hair regeneration clinic in Manhattan. And I've been onto this Tom Brady hair story doing some investigative blogging for 3 months now. On my own site, Mr. Irrelevant.
You are the king.
I noted the 10 different hairstyles that Brady has used, and one of them was the Cy Sperling, noted for the hair clip for men president, also a member. Because look at that picture. I mean, 5 years ago, Brady had the receding hairline action, the bald spot. Now it's a full head of hair. He's rocking the junior executive, the politician. He's many different styles. A
man of many looks.
Yes. And, one thing is, some eyes are turned to the players and the coaches, Belichick and Brady, but also the Patriots fans are providing plenty of fodder for us to mock in the blogosphere. One such blog, Eye on Foxborough, caught this Pat's fan video. That YouTube rap metal video is courtesy of the good folks Elvis Helmet. It kind of reminded me of the Jimmy Fallon skit on Saturday Night Live where they're in the Hampshire College webcam, Jared and Gobi. There's midgets and dreadlocks and bongs involved. But anyways, enough about the Patriots. Let's talk about the Giants for a minute.
Whatever you say, Jamie. In other terrifying news, we go to Gray Rugamer, a offensive lineman of the New York Giants, who has an odd habit of removing the testicles of lambs with his teeth.
True story. Saw this one on Sports by Brooks. That's the only way to castrate a lamb in some quarters, I suppose.
I really don't know what to say.
I love the Super Bowl takes a guy like Gray Rugamer I've never heard of before and turns him into a star for some human interest story like removing lamb balls with his teeth.
I'd say castrating the lambs is what makes him a human interest story.
No doubt, stop playing football for the Giants. Anyways, enough about the Super Bowl. I'm sure we'll hear plenty of that all week long. Let's turn our eyes to college football for a moment. We saw a fascinating story on withleather.com of Wake Forest sophomore quarterback Riley Skinner. Apparently he likes to take photos of himself, and these photos have become quite popular down there in Wake Forest.
I wouldn't mind looking away. That is a bit more than we need to be seeing.
It's a bit risque. The appropriate image of Dan Steinberg, former blog show host. You've Lou Gehrig'd him, Wally pipped him. Now he's made an appearance there on Riley Skinner's midsection.
Yeah, and the appearance is really frightening me to my very soul. I can't think of any more terrifying image than a naked college football player with Dan Steinberg's face properly inserted.
Look at those abs. I'm sure the Demon Deacon co-heads are going wild. Anyways, speaking of fans in college sports, a couple of Pink fans showed up at a Georgia gymnastics meet. I thought it was like a frat hazing ritual gone wrong, but this is actually for breast cancer awareness.
Well, you should say these are not fans of Pink, the musician, but fans who actually covered themselves in pink dye, and they are doing it for a good cause, but it was a little bit disturbing. I'm not sure that the guy needed to be wearing a Speedo. Yeah,
I'm not sure what cause that was supporting. And we saw that on the blog Busted Coverage. Moving along, other fans, faces in the crowd. JoeSportsFan.com does their Fan of the Week every week, and this week's was a special edition. It was a bowling fan, one which we haven't noted before, the sport of bowling, and he's holding up the defense sign, which you may see at a football event, but bowling, it's a little out of place.
I always root for the pins.
You always root for the pins? It's
got to do something.
Pins? That sounds a lot like D-Pins, which I don't know, which I'd probably need if I was to continue hosting the show for much longer. Anyways, moving past the world of bowling to the world of fashion. It's come full circle from Bill Belichick's fashion to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's.
He always knows how to bring a smile to my face.
Yeah, and if you can avert your eyes from the lady that he's posing with there in that picture, you'll see a very fashion-forward or extremely fashion-backward denim garment, courtesy of the Blowtorch.
I'd rather take a look back at the young lady that you're so quickly glancing over, the tensile strength of that T-shirt is, frankly, it's pretty impressive.
Tensile. That's one of those Steinberg words.
It is.
Nice one.
I've been learning.
And this isn't the first time we've seen Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's wardrobe highlighted in the blogosphere. We saw it on Deadspin when he was wearing this Native American, kind of at the tassel jacket.
I don't know how I'd describe it other than beautiful.
Yeah, I'd like to see an expose on Kareem's wardrobe. We need to get a camera in there. ESPN probably has the means to do that. Speaking of ESPN, there's a couple items from the worldwide leader that got caught on the net this week. One is actually ESPN analyst Jim Spanarkel with an interesting message for Seton Hall basketball coach Bobby Gonzalez.
They were our sixth man, and it really was a special, special win for them.
Well, congratulations. Continue good sex in the Big East.
Thank you, Jimmy.
We saw that one via Troy Nunez is a magician. It was video pulled from ESPN. And now the worldwide leader got themselves in trouble last week over the Mike and Mike in the morning roast. Dana Jacobson may have had a few too many cocktails, got up there and took the mic and said something about screw Notre Dame, screw touchdown Jesus, screw Jesus himself.
In so many words.
She had to issue an apology, and that made the news. But what may have not made the news is this picture of her drinking vodka straight from the bottle at the podium. Jack, what do you think of that behavior? I see you're in line with that.
Inappropriate jokes, swilling of Belvedere. I think I'd do just fine at ESPN.
They should hire some bloggers. You do a good job with kissing Suzy Kolber. They should pick up the game on their NFL side.
Thank you very
Jack Kogod
much.
from Blog Show to ESPN. But before you go, that does wrap it up. Thank you for filling in for Steins.
It was a
Big
pleasure.
shoes. Yeah, and you did enjoy yourself. But anyways, before you go, let's play the YouTube clip of the week. It's a car commercial via Deadspin starring a number of Pittsburgh Penguins, most of whom I've never heard of.
I'm here to pick up my new BMW. A&L really took good care of me because of, who I am. You? Who are you? I thought they only took care of superstars. Like me.
Hey, guys. They treat everybody like a superstar. That's why I have one of each. Gina, take a Jack.
Vlog Show was brought to you by the good people at Senate Insurance.
Kiss my bumper. Just kiss it.